Thank you for the raid, Trog. I hope your garbage move went well. I'm eating a bowl of ice cream because it's fucking hot today.
Ice cream gaming.
Well, if you insist. Thank you, Mile Marker, for the very generous tip. Please enjoy. Cranky Kong. Big bass boosted blowout.
I just really like hearing Cranky's blowout blast smile.
Oh, thank you again, Mile Marker, for the exceedingly generous $100 tip. It is very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Normal music resumes.
Last week I had a dream you brought up Bob Dylan on stream and I tipped you $5 to defend his mid-music over text-to-speech. Anyway, enjoy the ice cream.
I have, like, no opinion about Bob Dylan. But thanks for the tip.
Holly Tones dance, Holly Tones dance, Holly Tones dance, Holly Tones dance. 9 months the baby is born, yay smile. Holly Tones dance, Holly Tones dance, Holly Tones dance, Holly Tones dance. It's called the cruise, it's called the Rainbow Cruise. It is the cruise that you go. It's the cruise you go when you die.
That's true, that's the lyrics.
It's coming for me. Help. Water.
Hello. How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing good. Hope your day's been kind to you so far. It is Tuesday, and we are May 10th, 2022. Apologies if I do sound a little bit hoarse or like huffy and puffy. I did a really big jog today, which I feel really good about. But I also did do it like kind of in the middle of a heat wave, and also when my allergies are acting up. So the old lungs, they perhaps need a moment to take it easy. So you know, if you're wondering why I sound that way, that's why. It's been an alright day today. It's been way goddamn hot though. It's started warming up here. I was hoping to do like a little stream yesterday, and then it was just kind of like, no, it's way too warm. I'm exhausted. I can't fucking think. I can't do anything. So I'm just gonna take it easy. But today I just really wanted to play some more Sable. I don't have a lot of time to stream tonight, just because like later in the evening I'm discussing some as of yet unspecified recording stuff that I'm going to be working on, which you can maybe make an educated guess about if you take a peek at Twitter. But yeah, stuff is in the oven. Stuff is moving. I'm very excited about that. And you know, it happened to very perfectly line up with my friend Scorpy's doing a thing tonight, which I'm excited about. So I'm probably just gonna chuck folks on over that way around when that starts, and that'll give me a good enough amount of time to like prepare to work on some things tonight, which is nice. It's been a busy day, but it's been the good kind of busy at the very least. So I'm happy about that. I feel like this happens every time I stream, where I'm just like, oh yeah, and there's something else I wanted to talk about, there's something else I wanted to get into, and then I don't remember.
Nearly 2 years.
Thank you, the Orange Witch, for the 22 months. Very much appreciated. Thank you for sticking around for that long. I appreciate it. There's been so many subs lately with, like, big numbers like that, and it's just both just kind of like, wow, have I really been doing this for that long? And also, like, my god, people have been sticking around for that long. That makes me happy. I gotta try and make a 2-year sub badge. I reckon I can just make it, you know, another bird. That would be fun. I just, you know, I haven't done it yet. But thank you very much. It is very, very much appreciated. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing some Sable today, which I'm very, very excited about. It has been a hot minute since I last played Sable. You know, sometimes I'll end up, like, streaming a game, and then I'll just be like, you know, I'm having a lot of fun with this, but I'm not feeling like streaming at night right now, so I'll just, like, put it down for a bit. And that's what happened with Dark Souls 2. And then what happened with Sable was just... I forgot.
18 months, wowza. Thanks for being awesome, Smile.
Thank you, Killer Lesbian, for the 18 months. Much appreciated. Very good name. Thank you for sticking around. And thanks for tuning in. Where I've just been kind of like, you know, doing other things on and off stream. And, you know, just other stuff have come up. Other stuff have felt like higher priority. And then I just kind of forgot that I was like, oh, wait, this other video game that I really fucking like and that I want to play more. There's unfortunately been a couple of games like that, which I'm hoping to get back around to soon, and so I figured, hey, fuck it. No day better than today, right? Or I guess, technically no day better than tomorrow, because I finalized my schedule on Monday. But, you know, that's semantics. The point is, I'm very, very excited to go back for a little hike and bike through the desert, and I'm really glad that all y'all here are here to have a good time with that tonight, I reckon. You know, before we get started, the usual song and dance. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping on by. If if you haven't followed already, hey, hit that follow button. That'll, you know, give you notifications on when I go live, and also it'll let you speak in the chat. If you're new here, or even if you're not new here, make sure you check out the rules. Refresh yourself if it's been a while since you've seen them. You know, stuff to keep in mind. Streams are intended for a mature audience. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, be good to me. Please don't spoil things or tell me how to play the video game or anything like that. We're all just here to, you know, relax and have a good time. Yeah, just be mindful of that. If you enjoy the streams and you want to support what we do here, there's plenty of options. If you want to go the financial route, you know, you can always subscribe to the channel. It's a reoccurring monthly fee, gets you some funny little emotes. You can give out gift subs to the community. You can give bits, which is just extra money if it gets added to my monthly Twitch payout. Or you can tip directly through Streamlabs and PayPal, and that's money what gets added to my wallet right away. And I also tend to get like the larger cut of that. Any and all financial support is very greatly appreciated. Never mandatory. Don't ever feel like you gotta in order to like be a part of the community or anything like that. But you know, this is my job. And the very generous support of viewers like you is why I'm able to do this as often as I do, as well as other creative endeavors, while also still being able to pay bills and afford food and being able to save up to move out and things like that. So, you know, thank you very, very much for that. It really does mean the world to me. Other ways you can support what don't involve your money, you know, you can always share tweets on social media about the stream. Tweets on Twitter, I guess, specifically. I don't really announce it on like any other social media sites or anything like that. But you know, you can share a tweet. You can make a bird sound. You can tell birds all about my stream. You can always tell a friend. If there's a clip of a moment you enjoy, you can always take that and share that around. Thank you, Lucarleo, for the 14 months.
I like to sub to Funny Lady.
Well, hey, thanks for thinking I'm funny, I suppose. And thank you for sticking around for 14 months. It's very, very much appreciated. You know, word of mouth in various forms is always real helpful for the streams, and that's always very much appreciated. And, you know, of course, if you've got the time, and you like what we're doing here, tuning on in, having a good time that way, that's support in its own way. So thank y'all very much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it here with us. I reckon that's enough dawdling. Let's get right to it. Let's scroll up on Steam so I can actually find where Sable is again. There we go. Let's play a video game. Oh, I've missed this song. Oh, I have missed it. Let's continue. It's been a little while since we last played, so I don't entirely remember where we were at or what we were doing, but, you know, figuring that out is part of the fun, so... I'm starting to remember, actually. Just being here and seeing this big old thing. Was I trying to get on top of this, or did I already get on top of it? I can't remember. Hang on, there's a... It seems to be like auto-walking sometimes with my stick. I feel like I've got to, like, spin it all around to set it all to neutral. Let's check. Hang on, are we wearing... Yeah, I'm wearing... Am I wearing the biker top? No, it is this equipped. Okay. But it changed my mask back. Oh yeah, I was doing that last time, wasn't it? Alright, I guess we're doing this again, aren't we? Good song to find an egg to. Oh, this dude's grooving to the beat, though.
Holly, I love your Sable streams. These VODs got me through a tough month at work and I really appreciate them. Good luck finding many rooms. Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that, but, I mean, I'm glad to hear that the streams have been helping you work through it at the very least. Oh god, I feel like an asshole. You gave me $100 and I missed who that was from. But I thank you for the exceedingly generous tip. It is very, very much appreciated. Thank you very much for that. Let's check our quests. We've got, quite a few. Do we have any selected? Let's see. Find more scrap metal. Let's just, kind of go wherever, do whatever. We asked at Seven Sisters about Lahore. Now we gotta ask at Marrowbone Station. Let's see. Worms nest in a cave in Hakoa. Where is that? Is that near here? It's quite far, but it is in the section that we're in. So that's a possible thing to go in. Seven Sisters Station asked me to fetch 3 lightning crystals from the Crystal Plateau. Speak to Tota at Crystal Plateau. That is also in this area. Okay. So we should be doing some of these, because they are in the chunk of the map that we're in. This is just finding more of the terminals for the whale. This is just the main quest of get masks. Bring more chum eggs to the queen. And then I can get a cartographer's mask, because I've got the badges. And then there was ring-shaped artifact. Right, when I drove through the the Superman 64 type rings on the floor. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So let's go that away. Let's go find our bike and go on that way, why don't we? Where did I leave the bike exactly? Was it down here? There you are! Oh, I missed you, Simoon. Oh, I missed you. Audio still seems to be a little bit stuttery sometimes, but frame rate seems to be a lot more improved since the last time I played. You do love to see that. You were learning the speedrun for this game. Ooh, I imagine that must be fun. I feel like you could do some really goofy movement stuff with the bike. Oh god, I'm gonna keep seeing these, like, thermal vents and thinking that they're, like, campsites. Can I go in here? Is this safe? Is this safe for child? We probably shouldn't sit in one of those for terribly long. I know one of you bastards is gonna make the obvious joke because I just said vent, but come on now. Let's see. It's a fairly long way down. Or maybe you're only gonna make the joke now that I've, like, said it out loud and I'm just bringing this upon myself, but, either way. Been on the fence about getting this game. What kind of person would I recommend this game to? That's an interesting question. I don't really think of games in terms of, like, what kind of person I would recommend it to, but, the game is a lot about, it's a lot of sort of, like, chilled out, just, like, exploration. If you know anything about Breath of the Wild, you know how a lot of that game is just sort of like, you know, going hiking around and finding places to, like, climb up and, like, look out at sights around, and, imagine it's kind of like that, but with, like, no combat and, like, no risk of, like, dying or losing or anything like that, because it's not that kind of game. It's a game about, both in, like, a narrative sense and in a gameplay sense, it's about finding out, like, where you want to go and what you want to do. So if you know, if you enjoy, sort of exploration-based games with a lot of, like, puzzle stuff as well, probably worth a look. There's, like, a lot of just, like, you know, exploration and driving through cool environments on your cool little bike. It's got, like, a really striking art style, so I really enjoy just looking at it, even if I'm just going on long rides like this. It's got some neat puzzles, it's got a lot of fun, like, 3D platforming stuff.
Another month closer to 2 years. Exciting.
Hell yeah! Thank you, Young Nanner, for the 19 months. Much appreciated. Thanks for sticking around. It's a real neat 3D platformer, and I feel like 3D platformer where you can also just, like, climb on stuff, is a lot of fun. You didn't know this had combat. It doesn't. I'm saying it doesn't. It has none. It has no combat. There is no fighting. It's not a game about fighting. It's not a game about being in danger. It's specifically a game where it goes, oh, okay, in our society that we have, the youth are given this, like, magical ancient ritual object that we have so that they can literally go out into the world and find themselves without any sort of risk. And it's neat. There's also, like, the writing is also really fun. I really like it a lot. There's a lot of cool quests that you can find and, like, a lot of cool characters that you can meet and talk to that sort of, like, expand on the world in a really interesting way and make it feel like a place that is, like, you know, lived in. I also appreciate that this is a game that is, you know, largely desert environments, but it's a game that also goes, hey, desert doesn't just mean one thing necessarily. Like, there are many different types of deserts, and there's a lot of, like, diversity of scenery and life in deserts, and so you get to explore a lot of cool things like that. Also, machines are alive, and you can hear them talking to you. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. We're close. Ah, it's up hereabouts. Yeah, if any of that sounds really cool, or if any of that sounds interesting, I would say very much worth a look. It has been an absolute delight, in my opinion. I can't think of a lot of video games sort of like this that sort of instill the same sense of just, like, wonder at, like, you know, just exploring this sort of world and, like, the people that live in it. It's cool. IMO. Ah. The lightning. Perhaps we ought to be careful. Suppose we've got the ball to help us. There are so many cool, big, ominous story beats, too, if you uncover things pretty deeply. Right, there's, like, a lot of, like, really interesting things in this game, in, like, all the different aspects of it, and then it just kind of, like, puts you in here, and it goes, okay, what interests you? Why does it interest you? How do you go and engage with it? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to others? What does its meaning to you mean to others? These guys got cool suits on. They've all got, like, sticks? Hello. Hakoan Merchant Kaiman. Tell me about this camp. They don't seem interested in answering my question. The silence is intense and uncomfortable.
I came here years ago. The plateau. It calls to be studied.
Their voices is slow, but deliberate and thoughtful. I would like to trade with you. Made from a rubbery material that is essential gear for Hakoan crystal farmers, with plenty of storage for harvested crystals. Yeah, I can afford that. I'll take that. We can buy a die. What was this last thing? Hang on. Lightning crystals. Lightning-infused crystals that grow out of the sides of floating rocks in the crystal plateau. Extremely risky to harvest. The power inside each crystal is extremely powerful and volatile. Cracking one can be dangerous. No, I think they have the sticks specifically to ground them, so they don't get, like, electric shocks and they don't shock other people around them. I'm just kind of guessing here, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's for, given how this is the horrible lightning hell crystal zone. That's my guess. At first sight, the crystal farmers are so striking that I'd nearly gasp. Their height is immense, and they move with such calm that I cannot help but ascribe some higher knowledge to them, or see the wisdom of age in the curves of their backs. But then I remind myself, my reading is informed by the markers I see among my own people, the shorthands of a culture, and these farmers are in no way beholden to my interpretation. I wonder what they make of me. Greetings, Crystal Farmer.
Greetings, Glider. I'm called Tota. And you are?
I expect his voice to emerge as a rasp, but instead it spills like silk from behind his crystalline mask. Oh, okay, so he's got a much smoother voice. Okay, so I'll do kind of a voice like this, maybe. There is a purity to the sound of him. Every word reaches me as cleanly as a whisper in the ear. I speak slightly louder than normal to ensure that I'm heard up there. I tell him my name is Sable, and that Zara sent me to collect crystals, but advise that I speak to him first. There are no eyes on the crystal he wears, but he lights up at the mention of her name, and I still know where to look. How pleasing to hear that she is well. It has been weeks, if not months, since I have seen dear Zara. Tell me, Sable, are you on your way to becoming a machinist? I haven't decided yet. Then it is good that you needn't. The purpose of the gliding is not to choose. Choice is the gliding's end. Indecision is its intended form. I say that if that is the case, I am incredibly good at it. God, I love her. Tota's laugh sparkles through his mask. Now then. How may I help you, Sable? I've never met a crystal farmer before. I tell Tota that he's the first crystal farmer I've ever met, and add that I hope it isn't rude of me to mention. He shifts his weight, and the crystals on his back move lazily with him. Oh, we must look very odd to you. A little. I admit that they do look a little odd to me, but add that it isn't a bad thing. I ask if I look odd to him. You don't. Which is partially because I have met others like you, but also because we are the different ones. I offer that we are both different, and somehow I swear he smiles. Oh, I'm not sure that's something we decide. Anything else I can do for you? What is this place? Tota raises one of his walking sticks up and points it skyward to gesture to the crystal plateau, leaning at an angle that speaks to some impressive strength. We built it. It was made to draw lightning storms away from the rest of Hakoa and concentrate them on that peak. They built this place? It's not a naturally forming lightning crystal hell. They constructed it specifically. This is a lightning crystal hell designed with intent. That's awesome. Holy shit. As it happens, a side effect of that concentration was the formation of lightning crystals, charged with electricity. He makes a circle in the air. Isn't it a wonder? We turned a bane into a boon, and a boon into a culture. All the chemicals and coincidences that conspired to create the crystal farmers. I nod in agreement. And suddenly, this place I thought a factory feels more a place of worship. Anything else I can do for you? What are those big robots? Those are the reasons my shoulders are complaining and my knees are grinding to dust. They used to harvest our lightning crystals, but now we must do it ourselves. And it's not easy work. How you doing, Frankie? I hope you're having yourself a wonderful day so far. I asked what happened. They stopped. All at once. One day, after a storm that seemed otherwise entirely normal, they all simply stopped. Some fell over, others stayed up, but none of them ever moved again. You got bagels? Oh, you love to hear it. What would we fucking do without bagels? In sympathy, I say that must have felt a terrible omen. He shakes his head, and it's the quickest I've seen him move. Oh, nothing like that, no. There is some explanation in the mechanics or the chemistry, even if we don't know it. And in that, at least, we take great comfort. I nod. And I think, in some way, I understand him better. Anything else I can do for you? How do I harvest the crystals? I tell Tota that I was sent to collect lightning crystals, and ask first if I'm allowed to do that, and second, how I might go about it. You're welcome to try. If anyone but Zara had sent you, I would consider talking you out of it, Sable. But she knows people, so I'll simply tell you. Tota nods up at the plateau. Watch and wait for lightning to strike one of the obelisks. When it does, you'll see crystals begin to form on its surface. You need to climb up onto the obelisk and break off what you can of the lightning crystals. You'll need to be quick about it, though, and get them before they shatter. Not that I think you'll have much trouble. You've a certain quickness. I thank him for the vote of confidence. I believe that's all your dialogue for now. Goodbye. I need to harvest 3 lightning crystals. It's interesting how you can also just, if you like, can't do it or don't want to do it, you can also just buy them here, which is interesting. I got to drink water. Hang on a sec. I'm making extra sure to be extra careful about drinking water today after a big fuck-off run. Let's see, let's put the top on and the bottom off. It doesn't convey any actual gameplay differences, but it feels correct to be wearing this sort of outfit here, you know? It feels right. This person's view on life is amazing. Yeah, exactly! It's like, it's something I was literally saying as sort of like a through line, before we got to this place and started talking to these people. This is like just a really interesting world that just feels very lived in like such a sparse way. Like, even if people are like, you know, in small bands and spread out, like, it still feels like it's full of just so much life in so many ways. And also, I do really like this dude just kind of being like, oh, have you decided, like, what you want to be yet? And we're just like, no, not really. And then he's just like, alright, good, that's kind of the point. That's why you're here. Don't worry about it. These do look cool. Congrats on the run. Thank you. I told myself, you know, sort of enough beating around the bush, enough faffing about. I really want to get back into, like, trying to do more, like, jogging and stuff more regularly. Unfortunately, the day I told myself, hey, no more putting it off, was the day of a big heat wave, but, you know, taking care of myself. Let's get our stamina back. Another thing I really like from, another NPC that we talked to, like, on a previous stream was, a woman who was, like, very clearly middle-aged, who was like, oh yeah, I'm on, like, my 2nd or 3rd gliding. It's okay, you can change your mind about what you want to do in life. That's normal. I'm doing it. Yeah, the stamina gauge is really pretty. This game just has really pretty, it's not even necessarily just UI design, like, it's got such a gorgeous sense of just, like, iconography in general. much as you want to be active, you're in terrible heat and have a weak foot due to medical problems, so you had a hard time getting into being active. Right, yeah, like, you gotta do what's best for you, and what's best for you is gonna be different than everyone else. Like, I gotta be careful. I got asthma. I got, like, respiratory issues that, on and off, can range from just, like, kind of annoying to really bad. I've had, like, problem knees for years just because of genetics. I get it. And I hope it doesn't come off as me being like, oh, well, I can do it, why can't you? I mean it more in the sense of, like, yeah, I know how that is, but, there's almost certainly something that you can do, to whatever level of comfort and ability that you feel you're up to. And if anyone gives you guff for that, tell them to get fucked. Throw him in the hole, deck him in the face. Fuck that. Whoa. Ho 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 ho. Hello! Oh no, I don't think those are the robots. I think those are statues. I think those are just statues. That's awesome! Ho 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 ho! It's like exploring those giant-ass backgrounds they put way too much detail into in Adventure Time. You know, it's funny you bring that up. I kind of feel that. Like, in the sense that, like, I feel like there are, like, bits and pieces of Adventure Time, mostly, like, background stuff, more so than, like, I suppose I could call it foreground stuff, but, like, it feels like it's drawing from a lot of the same inspirations, I suppose. Like, there's a lot of Adventure Time that reminds me of a lot of Morrowind, that reminds me of a lot of Sable, that reminds me of a lot of, like, old, like, Mobius comics and drawings and, like, other similar sorts of sci-fi like that. Does that make sense? Does that track? It's very cool. It is a very interesting sort of inspiration to openly draw from. And I am more than happy to see more of it. Should really watch Adventure Time. I watched literally all of it. Like, more or less binged it, I want to say, like 2 or 3 years ago by this point. I'd say it's pretty good.
It's quite cool.
As an artist, you love seeing things like this because you can explore all this hard work and background detail. God, yeah, it's fucking great. I like sort of exploratory games like this because depending on, like, what they're trying to go for, a lot of the time they can just, like, you know, hit up their art and level design people and just tell them, okay, we are giving you full permission to go hog fucking wild here. Drawing on Mobius and I'm gonna assume that's pronounced Jodorowsky? Apologize if I pronounced that wrong. I've never heard of that, that artist, though. That's something I'm gonna have to look into later if I can remember. I've definitely heard of Mobius. I was always a big fan of the way that stuff looks. Okay. So, need to harvest 3 lightning crystals. Does it say specifically what I can do to do that again? The dev of this game is also an architect. Huh. Alright, there we go. Ha! I got an achievement for that called Glider on the Storm. That's fun. like a dog without a bone or a dog without a home. I don't remember the lyrics to the song. Something something, girl, you gotta love your mask. That's the joke. That's the joke of Sable. Please clap if you liked it, or frown if you hated it. The guy who did the weird 2013 Dune adaptation. I don't know anything about Dune, like, at all, other than something something, the spice must flow, and Baron Harkonnen wearing a funny poop suit. Literally all I know about Dune is worms. One guy becomes a worm so that he can be God, and then he ends up becoming a shithead god because he's God. Or something. Let's see. Which one of these just got struck by lightning? Oh, that one again. Okay. Ah, too late. Look around. Oh, this one. Let's see if I'm gonna get to this one too late, though. Oh, that's clever. It's got like a little platform challenge you gotta walk up. I see, I see, I see. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, too late. Okay. So they seem to be going in a circular pattern. So let's go to... This one's gonna shatter soon. Let's just go on to the next ones. At first you thought I was talking about Doom. No, not D-O-O-M, D-U-N-E. Different. Very, very different. Quite different, in fact. I don't think Frank Herbert would have written a boomer shooter. I don't know very much about the man, but I get that feeling about him. Right, not to be confused with Taraga Doom from Bionicle, who I think might be pronounced like Duma or Dume or something like that. I don't remember. I don't remember how you're meant to pronounce his voice, and so I'm gonna get arrested by his robot cops. I totally missed that. I should have just jumped at the crystal. Okay, so is that one about to get reformed? There we go. Okay, let's just go for this one, because it's fresh up. That was a cool sound. Stamina, up we go. Maybe I should just be waiting at one of these pillars when it crumbles, just instead of running around. That might be a little bit more, productive, I reckon. Okay, so I can't grab on that low. I forgot that there was a fucking Doom movie with The Rock in it. I don't actually know anything about it other than The Rock is in it, and it's like allegedly like kind of loosely based off of Doom 3. I'm mostly content to keep it that way. But I might also cave in and try and like look into it or watch it at some point. I don't know why. I had this realization the other night, which is not a new realization, it's something that we've both realized on multiple occasions. But my girlfriend and I kind of realized, hey, most of our movie night dates that we've done have just been, like, really bad movies. Like, we've just watched garbage together. And this specifically came up because I was talking about the fucking Michael Bay Transformers movies and was like, God, these movies suck ass. Do you want to watch them together someday? And I had kind of forgotten how blatantly those movies suck ass. There's another... There we go, that's 3. there's more? What if there's more to be found? Thank you. Okay, so you can't climb up these pillars at all. Which is probably for the best, given how they're getting super zapped with lightning. Garbage movies make for really good movie nights. I mean, yeah, the reason we do it is because sometimes it's funny to laugh at something that just kind of sucks ass. Like, I don't know, I'm not necessarily super hot on, like, being like, oh man, this is just so bad, this is garbage and awful, about, like, you know, something that someone's put time and energy into making, but, like, also when it's, like, a multi-billion-dollar movie partly funded by the US military, I don't really have the same sort of qualms. I kind of forgot how blatant the Transformers movies are about being like, oh my god, the America and what it stands for is under attack, and all the freedoms! The Megatron, he's attacking the Lincoln Memorial! And then, like, Optimus Prime will be like,
we have to save everyone. We're going to do this by killing a lot of people. I'm going to rip your head off. Fuck you. Autobots, we must disappear for a couple months so that all the humans...
oh my god! Doing that voice is killing me. Oh god. The movie's fighting back and heard me talking shit. Oh dear. Okay, so we bring those back. We could also go to Marrowbone Station, which is... oh, way far away. Never mind. But this is just over there. Wait, was that actually like a decent Peter Cullen impression? I've never really tried, and also it's like hell on my fucking throat, so I guess that's partly why I've never really tried.
Sam Witwicky, we disappeared for a couple of months because if we didn't, then all the humans would have tried to be friends with the Decepticons again. We had to let 1 million people die so that you would get our message. We're back now, and it's so heartwarming.
It's fucked. These movies are really funny in just in terms of how bad they are. Like you can talk for days about how the cinematography sucks and how it's like very blatant, like American propaganda, and like those are all completely valid things to talk about. But also, God, the fact that they just have such a strange, like, it feels like such a strange decision on what they wanted Optimus Prime to be as a character. He's brutal. He's horrible. Like, I think it's interesting when people do, like, reinterpretations of characters in, like, alternate versions of a piece of media. But, like, it just feels so strange to take this character who is very much supposed to be, like, oh, you know, he's like a crusader for, like, truth and justice, and yeah, he'll resort to, like, violence and fighting sometimes, but for him it's very much like a last resort. And he's, like, determined to find, like, other, like, means to secure, like, you know, long-lasting peace and things like that. And they just go, oh, okay, well, he's a brute, and he's horribly violent, and he's obsessed with decapitating people and ripping people's heads off. And this is, like, presented completely as a good thing for him. And he's completely in the right and completely kind for doing this. And it's just like... what? What? There are so many arguments within Transformers communities about different versions of different characters, like, oh, how could they make Optimus a monkey instead of a truck? But, like, I don't think I've ever really seen anyone being like, oh, yeah, the Bayformers Optimus, that's the best one. My god. The old cartoon movie's fun. It's like heavy metal, but Weird Al is there. Yeah! The old... Was it like 80s? I want to say that like that the old cartoon movie was from the 80s? That movie, I would say, is fun for the complete opposite reasons that I think watching the Michael Bay Transformers movies is fun. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. God, you know what, Patty Caked Up? I'm kind of thinking about it now, and this might entirely be a case of me thinking too deeply into things, because this is two different movie properties that I fucking despise, but it is kind of interesting how, it feels kind of like the Marvel movies, sort of as they are today, kind of looked at what Michael Bay was doing with Transformers and was like, oh, okay, what if we did this with our massive multimedia conglomerate property thing instead of just, like, one thing? What if we did it for, like, 50 things and just made 10 million movies for it? I don't know, I feel like it's maybe a bit of a stretch, but at the very least it's, like, partly correct. Doesn't help that Marvel's also military propaganda. Yeah, it sure don't, does it? Can I climb up this, or is this too high? This might be too high. I was trying to tab out so I could look at a chat message, but it was making my camera wiggle. Wait, Orson Welles was in Transformers the movie? Who did he fucking play? I don't remember that at all. Oh, he played fucking Unicron? Orson Welles was fucking Unicron? How did I forget that? How did I fucking forget that? You were too young at the time of the Bayformers movies to understand what was going on. Right, exactly. That's why I'm looking back at it, having, like, grown up with the thought of, yeah, those movies were just kind of dumb because it was a lot of explosions and movement on screen and nothing really happening, and then kind of looking back at it like, oh, okay, yeah, well, that's true, but also this is very blatantly funded by the United States military, huh? Leonard Nimoy was Ultra Magnus? I don't remember this fucking movie having such a star-studded cast! Literally, what the hell? Well, Weird Al was in it, right? I think I remember Weird Al being in it. I want to say he played, like, the garbage robot. And then I think they brought Weird Al back for Transformers Animated when they did Wreck-Gar again in that one. I think? Either that or they just got someone that sounds pretty close to him. Orson Welles' voice Unicron has the same mental energy as Leonard Nimoy voice Xehanort. Literally, yes, exactly. It is exactly like that, but instead of it being like a goofy video game thing, it's a goofy action figure movie thing. Wait, was Leonard Nimoy Xehanort? Wait, I said that and it didn't, like, parse in my head at all. Leonard Nimoy did Xehanort? Huh. I'm learning so much every day about celebrity voice actors. Is Leonard Nimoy from Star Trek? I mean, no, he's from his mama and dada. But, he was an actor that was in Star Trek, yes? He played Spock. Leonard Nimoy was in a couple things. Leonard Nimoy is, like, the villain in one of the earlier Columbo episodes. And, like, that's a great fucking episode. It's like a medical drama one. Where he wants to, like, kill his fucking, like, mentor slash superior who has, like, severe health problems. It is a fun episode with, like, a very silly twist. It's the kind of twist where it's like, yeah, this maybe wouldn't necessarily hold up in, like, an actual literal legal court of law, but also it makes for such a fun conclusion to the episode that I'm fine with it. Oh yeah, I knew about Mark Hamill doing voices in Kingdom Hearts. I don't know why I knew about that one specifically, but not the other ones. Mark Hamill was also Majima in the old PS2 dubs of Yakuza. Right, and didn't he also, like, not remember the role at all or something like that? Which, like, that makes sense. Man has done a lot of roles in, like, a lot of different things. It makes sense to me that, like, you wouldn't necessarily remember every single little thing that you have done a job for, you know? Like, I don't remember every single thing I've said on stream. That's what you're here for. We're almost to the cave, it looks like. Ooh, we're, like, real close. He's got so many fingers everywhere. See, I know what you mean by that, but also when I read that sentence, I also parsed it in at the same time as, like, oh yeah, Mark Hamill, he's got, like, 80 fingers and a million hands, and he's always doing, like, tricks with them. This is a cool-looking visual effect here. I think if I fall on this, I will hurt myself. I'm fine. This is great. What is that? Good question. I have no idea. It's very pretty. It may or may not be the source of glowworms. It's totally safe to swim in the, naturally occurring soup geyser. It's safe for Sables to do this. Can I swim behind this? No. But I can climb behind it. Ooh, the camera's not happy about me doing that, though. Don't do that one. Do not do that one. Chowder. Fucking, speaking of chowder... and also, I guess, speaking of fucking celebrity voices, I don't know if you would consider this guy a celebrity now that I say it out loud, but anyways, I'm gonna stick with that. Fucking Chowder, the cartoon, I have, like, basically watched none of it. I know nothing about it as a cartoon. A lot of people whose opinions on cartoons I trust, say it's a pretty good one. But, again, I haven't seen it for myself. Hang on, there's a chum here. The guy who voices Mung Dahl? The guy who voices the funny blue man? Who's like, Chowder! Them pussy got me acting unwise! That guy? Voiced by fucking Barkley from TNG. He's voiced by fucking Barkley from Star Trek TNG. He's also Harmon Smith in Killer 7? That's what I go for? Look, again, I haven't seen any of the show. I don't know anything he actually says. I just know the pictures people make of him nowadays. He played fucking Neloth in the Skyrim DLC? What? Huh? Wild. I also don't actually know if that was like... if that sounded anything like fucking Mung Dahl's voice. Again, I've not really seen the show. I think that's what he sounds like. I might be completely off base or remembering someone else. God, I've been going through Star Trek original series with a bunch of friends lately. One of which is Frankie, and it's been quite a lot of fun going through a very old show. We are eventually going to get to TNG, and I don't like this now, knowing that every time I see Barclay on screen, half of my brain is gonna be like, Chowder! And half of my brain is gonna be, now where did I put my yeah. That's the one fucking line from Neloth I remember, where you, like, stop talking to him, and that's the end of his dialogue. How the fuck do I find the cave here? VA World is a wild place? It sure is! And I kinda love that, actually. I am hopeful. I suppose I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Put the cart before the race, or whatever the expression is. I'm hopeful for the day when I can, like, start seriously auditioning for, like, roles in various things, and then maybe someday people will have that reaction to me. I say that as if people don't already do that to a lesser extent on my streams, where I do a voice and then people go, wait, you were doing that voice? What? Rayloff and Balgruff have the same damn voice actor as Dan Smith and Deckard Cain. Huh. Huh. Hang on, who the fuck is Deckard Cain? That sounds familiar. Wait, from, fucking Diablo, right? I was confusing Deckard Cain with Rick Deckard from fucking Blade Runner, and I was like, wait, what do you mean Harrison Ford was in Skyrim? No, he's the Diablo wizard. Right. Different guy, different Deckard. Where the fuck is the cave? Have I seen any of the new Star Trek stuff? I have not. I have heard, some mixed stuff about some of it, and some good stuff about some other bits of it. I haven't really watched any of it myself. All I really know is that Star Trek Picard is apparently kind of bad because they're just trying to make it into Star Wars. But, like, without understanding any of the things that make Star Trek or Star Wars interesting. And so they're just trying to kind of, like, Marvelize it, it feels like. I don't like that that's a term I can say and people will probably understand it. Discovery's largely good, people just hate on it because it's quote-unquote political and not old Trek. I mean, I'm literally watching old Trek right now, and given the context of it was a show in the 60s, it feels pretty damn political in a lot of ways, actually. It feels pretty damn political in a lot of ways, actually. Like, I don't feel like that's all that, unusual or, like, reachy of a stance to make, but... And I mean, you know, they missed the mark in a lot of ways because it was a show made in the fucking 60s. A, there was only so much they could do on mass network TV without just getting shit scrammed. And B, you know, because it was in the 60s, sometimes they had some head-ass ideas about some stuff, but like... they sure were fucking trying. How the hell I get in this cave?
Hey Holly.
Hi.
You are the best. Been an interesting month. Came out to my parents, and it went better than expected.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Thanks for being such a great person and a huge influence.
Oh, that's very nice of you to say. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that went well for you. Congratulations. And thank you for the 9-month resub. Much appreciated. How the fuck do I get in this? I don't even know where the cave entrance is. Yeah, I don't have much of an opinion on new Trek stuff, other than I've seen some stuff and thought, oh, that seems neat, and I've seen some stuff and thought, oh, I don't like that. I don't really have much of an opinion other than I have seen some pics and short clips. I watched, actually, I guess kind of speaking of modern Trek, as it were, I watched some of Lower Decks, which is like the adult cartoon type of thing, which I kind of at first wrote off in my head because I was like, oh, this looks and sounds like they're doing Family Guy Star Trek. I'm not interested in that. And then I gave it a chance, and like, it's interesting how like a lot of stuff I hear about Picard specifically is it just feels like it's a lot of them going like, hey, do you remember this fucking thing from the 80s and 90s shows that we did? Do you remember it? Are you feeling the nostalgia yet? What if we take all these things and interconnect them together in some shitty, like, nerd puzzle that for nerds who like game theory to figure out? Don't you like that? Aren't you into that? Isn't that what you like? And then I watched Lower Decks, and it was like, oh, okay. So they're like making, you know, a lot of references and nods to things from old Trek, but it's using that as a framing device to, like, tell its own interesting types of stories. And so it's literally everything that I don't like about Picard, they're doing the opposite of that. Which is like, oh, damn, okay. Yeah, I think I'm on board with this, actually. I like the bits of Lower Decks that I saw. That's about the only modern Trek I've watched, though. Where's the cave? Oh, that's the great. Where's the cave? I feel like such a fool. I can't find a cave. Thank you, Theracene, for the 3-month resub. I appreciate it. You love TNG and DS9, but you can only get halfway through Voyager before losing interest. It sounds like the reason why a lot of people aren't super keen on Voyager is because that's the one that Rick Berman worked a lot on. And my god, I have heard some fucking things about Rick Berman. And B, I'd say if you enjoyed, TNG, and you want something that's kind of in that vein, but is also a comedy, and also, like, not really a retread, I think you'd at least appreciate giving Lower Decks a chance. Oh damn, where am I supposed to go? I feel like such a... I'm being bested by a cave. I'm literally being owned live on screen by a cave. It's going to be so funny if the rest of the stream tonight is just me trying to find a cave entrance, and then finding it right at the end, and then going, oh shit, well I have to stop streaming now. There's a fun little flip there, Seamoon. Your friend is super happy with the show and loves to hear things like this person actually liked the show. Hey, hell yeah! I imagine it can maybe be kind of a bummer working on fucking anything and then seeing people just kind of shit-talk it on the internet or whatever. Which is why I specifically avoid looking at what people say about the things I've worked on, so I can just live my life in peace. Without having to get sad about the fact that other people have opinions and they're entitled to them. But, yeah, for what it's worth, I really liked the bits of it I saw. I open that thing over there? Am I just going in circles at this point? I mean, I'm definitely going in circles, but... son of a bitch. No, come on. Stop drifting down that way. There we go. it's necessarily that it feels much closer to old Trek. I think it's more than just, like, it feels more like a modern, I guess, contextualization of what old Trek was trying to go for, while also being a comedy, I guess. Does that make sense? At this point, I'm maybe just splitting hairs. I am willing to admit. Yeah, the little stamina meter you get in this one is very, very pretty. You get the sense that it's at least made by people who like the IP. See, I think I know what you mean by that in this specific case, but also it's... I don't know, that's an argument I've never really gotten, where people are like, oh, well, you can tell this one is made by people who care about it other than these other people who clearly don't, where it's like... How do you measure that, necessarily? How do you, like, quantify that? Like, maybe they just like it, but they like different things about it, or they like it in a different way, you know? At this point, this is just me talking about completely different things instead of talking about Star Trek. But... worse for you when it's like people around you love a piece of media to a cult level and are unable to hear criticism about it. I think it's very important and healthy to be able to enjoy something and still be able to, A, listen to critique about it, and B, be able to critique it yourself. I think that's very important. How do I get up? Is it up there? It seems to be up there. How do I get up there? When one artist/writer took over the Wonder Woman comic, it tanked because he'd literally never bothered to read the comic prior. Right, yeah, and that sucks ass, but, like, again, that's something you can quantify. You can't necessarily always do that. And I feel like sometimes people just use that to be like, oh, well, the way I like the thing is more correct than the way other people do, you know? Like, it's different cases, I suppose. Like, yeah, there are absolutely cases of people just going into something and going, oh, I definitely know better than anyone else, or, oh, I definitely, you know, have, like, a bold new idea for this thing because I hate what it stands for and so I want to do something else about it or something like that. Like, sure, that definitely happens. It's not always the case, you know? I certainly do agree, with the assertion that part of why I think Lower Decks is good because it feels like the people that are making it have a really big passion for Star Trek. Like, I definitely agree with that. I just don't have enough of a opinion/viewpoint on other modern Treks to really add any sort of but or although to the end of that, you know? Like, the people who make Batman and think he should be edgy with guns, probably, also love Batman, you just fight them. Right! Like, the same people who make Transformers and go, oh, Optimus Prime, he has to be a cold-hearted, bloody badass who kills people all the time, and it's like... Sure, you probably love Transformers and grew up with it, we just have very different conceptualizations of it, I guess. You know, to tie it back into me talking about fucking Bayformers. Yeah, I like playing games like this, Spectacles, because, I get to have a good time and, like, explore, cool moments and, like, the bits in between where the game, you know, deserves a bit of silence to just sort of, like, take it all in and we get to think and talk about other stuff. Is this gonna work? This might not work. This is... But what if I go here? No, this is where I just was, wasn't it? I don't... I think I've made a mistake. Listen, I reckon if you've watched enough of my streams, you know how I am with navigating in 3D spaces and remembering where I am. I reckon you have a good enough, conceptualization of the fact that I'm gonna get myself goddamn lost. And probably go in a circle a couple of times. It is very funny to just imagine Sable trying to, like, climb this fucking mountain. Like, how do I climb this mountain? Where do I find this fucking cave that's supposed to be here? Yeah, I don't so much know a lot about, specific groups of people what play Paradox interactive games, but I have heard some things from friends of mine that are real into the games, how it's like, you know, you either get folks that are like kind of hyper ultra leftist, or like for whatever reason the game also like attracts weird fascist type of people, which is just kind of like, how though? Every community and fan base will be considered notorious in one way or another. Right, to like anyone, or everyone. That's just kind of how existing goes, is in some way someone's gonna see the things you do and they're gonna go, oh man, why are you like that? I can't believe you're like that. Fuck, it happened for the thing that I helped make. It's happened for several things I've helped make. Holly will walk a straight line and then turn around and walk the other way going, have I been there yet? It's part of the streams. Listen! Listen, you're completely right. I don't really have much of a defense! Where was this one? So I could just try jumping here and see if I can make the climb. Probably not, but let's try. Down we go. Okay, so let's drift long ways around here and see if there's maybe a... Ah! But that's also similarly to this. But what I want to know is, where's the cave entrance? Yeah, the smoke is very pretty. I love how, like, stylized a lot of the visuals are, how it's like a lot of, like, really, like, hard edges and stark colors on things. And then how the smoke is just this sort of, like, solid smear of, like, a bunch of balls drifting together and apart. Like, really harshly against, like, the rest of the skyline. It's so pretty. God, this game is pretty. So what if I climb up this? You don't know anything about Transformers, but they are cool. They sure are. And probably any time you mention Transformers in any place that isn't here, people are probably going to give you their hot takes about it and what ones you should look at and what ones you shouldn't look at, and it's like, maybe you don't need to worry about that. actually. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. Maybe, 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 maybe. This was maybe doable. Maybe? Oh yeah, some of the Transformers are transgender, that's true. Watch what you want, and if you don't like it, don't hesitate to ditch it. That's how I feel about anything I watch, or read, or play. Be willing to give things a chance. And also, if the shit sucks, be willing to hit the bricks. You can leave. Just walk out. It's fine. Oh god, we're back here again. Maybe I ought to just go do something else. The waypoint is definitely not helpful in terms of where to find the cave entrance. And if it's something more obvious, then I'm very, very evidently missing it very much. And if, like, an NPC did tell me more elaborate instructions on how to get there, it's been so long since I last played, I no longer remember. There's dinosaurs sometimes in Transformers. Oh, there's multiple dinosaurs, and they're fun. I checked behind the soup, and there wasn't any sort of way... I'm climbing the soup. I'm climbing up the soup. I'm touching the soup and climbing it. I don't know if that's intentional or not. That's great. That's really funny, actually. I kind of love that. We got soup ability.
You got soup power.
I think it's neat when, if, again, this is just me going back to something I said earlier, I think it's interesting when, like, alternate versions of, like, a piece of media will have, like, different interpretations of, a character. And so, like, you know, you've got a lot of Transformers where Grimlock is just like, oh, he's the T-Rex guy, and he speak like caveman.
Me Grimlock talk like this. Me Grimlock not very smart. Me Grimlock can't speak a normal sentence.
And then you have some of them where it's like, oh, yeah, well, Grimlock in this one is literally just like a big steam shovel front-end, like, loader sort of thing. And then in, there's one I watched a little bit of the other night that was like a cartoon from, I want to say, like, 2015. And in that one, Grimlock is like a wanted fugitive that, is essentially put on probation because the only reason why he was arrested and put in cryosleep was just because he liked hitting people and was just getting in too much trouble that way. And they put him on probation because they just tell him, hey, maybe you just want to help us punch bad people? And then he just kind of goes like, oh, yeah, huh, awesome. And also he speaks in, like, normal sentences. There is, in fact, a Transformer named Waspinator. He is a wasp. Waspinator, I want to say, is from Beast Wars and Beast Machines, or Beasties, or whatever it was called. People have some fucking feelings about Beast Wars and Beast Machines and all of that. People have some real strong opinions, and I think literally any time you ever bring that up around people that watch a lot of Transformers, people are probably gonna have some things to say about it. I have a soft spot for the way it looks, because it was made by the people that did Reboot, I think. I think. And I'm just a sucker for, like, early CG stuff. I don't remember much from it other than that. Can I see a cave entrance from here? Hello? Have a grudge against it because it was a Prime continuation. You got upset they changed the art style and mood. That's fair, I suppose. I've only seen a bit of Prime. I quite liked it. I liked the way it looked. I liked the sort of tone of the episodes. I'm fine with a continuation of it doing something different, personally. The one thing that was kind of jarring, though, just like with the little bit of Prime that I have seen, was just that, oh, yeah, now they just made Bumblebee able to talk, and it was like, oh, huh. Like, that was a thing that, like, the Bayformers movies did, was they made it so Bumblebee, like, couldn't really speak English because he hurt his mouth when he came to the planet, and now he has to speak through the radio or something, and so they did that in Prime as well. I always thought that thing was kind of charming, just like, oh, yeah, Bumblebee's, like, you know, nonverbal, that's interesting. And then just, like, I don't know if that's a thing that happens in Prime where they eventually fix his talking bit, or if that only happens in, Robots in Disguise. But I thought it was kind of wild, like, oh, suddenly you're talking, okay. It's the Crystal Plateau. What else have we got in this area? Let's see. Look for more rings. Get a mask. Get more chum eggs. Get more masks. Get more terminals. I suppose we can bring the crystals back. Is Prime a movie or a cartoon? It is a CGI animated TV show. This fucking cave. I might just at some point off stream look up how to get to this goddamn cave, and then we'll just do it next time. Maybe move on with other things. Let's go return lightning crystals. That is all the way over here. See if we find anything cool along the way. Every now and then I remember, Armada and Energon and the like, I don't remember much of them, but I thought the way they looked was, like, kind of charming as a kid. I was like, oh, this looks like one of my cool animes, but it's also 3D! Whoa! I thought Energon was a cool plot MacGuffin. Energon has been a thing in the, like, entire franchise, I'm pretty sure. It's just... It's what they eat and used to live. It's like gasoline for a car. Or food and water for a people. Also, sometimes it's cubes. Sometimes it's liquid. Could a Transformer eat gasoline and be okay? Could you? This made a cool sound when I went near it. God, I love the way this sounds. Man, this place is pretty, though. It's over there. Have I been there already? I don't remember. I think I have that waypoint on my map, so... Yeah, it looks like I have been here. Could a Transformer know why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? No fucking way. Absolutely not. Okay, we've definitely been here, yeah. We've been to Karab's Hold. Oh, I am enamored by the music here. case you forgot, giant floating installation. Thank you, Roxas, for the 23 months.
23, oh yeah.
Much appreciated. You drank from the Garfield lead cup for 20 plus years. You think you could do it, actually? Adrian, my friend, my wonderful, beloved friend, if anything, that is proof as to why you shouldn't do that, actually. I don't think possible low-level lead poisoning as a child means you're now immune to getting poisoned. I think it means, oh god, be careful. Also, how you doing tonight, Adrian? I hope you're doing well. Ah, cripes. You should not be microdosing lead paint in the way that an action movie star is microdosing snake venom. You shouldn't be doing that. I don't think that's how it works. I'm pretty confident that's not how it works. If it worked that way, then we would all be just like superhumans immune to microplastics. Microdosing vegetables to be immune to fiber? No, 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 no. You see, eating vegetables doesn't make you immune to fiber. It makes the effects of fiber more potent. As in, it makes you feel the effects of fiber. You don't eat the vegetables so that you never have to shit again. No, 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 my friend. Let's see. Did I talk to you? I don't remember. I think I have. You were just talking about how you wanted a bike. Well, I have a bike. Oh. Fuck yeah, dude, groovin'. Oh, right, this was the person that was like, oh yeah, you can try and climb them, don't end well, last time, and then it made me go, I'm gonna climb it. I don't actually remember if I managed to climb successfully or not. I think you're Zara? There we go. Ah, great, Zara. She nods. Get those crystals yet? I have them right here. I give her the crystals and she nods approvingly, tossing them around in her hands and expecting the crackling glow of each one. I stand impassive, my arms crossed this time. So? What do you think? I think you deserve a badge. Zara hands me a machinist badge. I thank her and ask what she intends to do with the crystals. Oh, you'll like this. I'm building bike parts. And I'm happy to offer them up for trade if you've got a mind to make something big, fast, and electric. My ears perk up. You'd have to slap it together yourself, but that's how you bond with a bike, right? Putting it together, piece by piece. You remember if I was able to climb, are you allowed to say, or is that considered backseating? No, helping me remember something I wouldn't necessarily consider backseating. That's just... that's just you remembering something I did weeks ago. Bonding with a bike. I think of the soft, static hum I feel in my hands when the sun is warm on Simoon's surface, and how she brings to mind a basking beast. We do bond, her and I, don't we? I tell Jara I'll be sure to come back to the machinists next I need some such things, and we say goodbye. Hell yeah. machinists are a little bit like horse girls, on the planet that doesn't have horses. A hoverbike is so horse to me. But like if a horse was also a cat or a dog, and less had the mannerisms of a terrified horse. Let's see. So we've got asking about Lahore and Bone Marrow Station. Let's first go to the Chum Queen. Because I think we have enough to drop off some eggs and get an upgrade. Oh, hey! You having fun there? I managed to climb it pretty successfully. Okay. I couldn't remember if I got up to the top or if I just, like, beefed it and gave up. Time for the Chum Queen, by the way. Do I have enough? Let's see, let's see. No, I don't. Okay, goodbye! Well, this is at least, like, close enough to where I want to go next, so... It's fine. It's fine. It's just nice to see my friend the Chum Queen. Also, I think... Let's see. No, we haven't got this northeast bit of the map yet, but we are going to this southeast bit now, which means we'll have almost all the map unlocked, which is cool. Hang on a second, I see you up there! I see you up there! What are you doing up there? Literally, your home is just a couple of, like, meters away! Why are you up here? Get down from there! Stop putting them up there! Hey, bud. One day he's gonna say fuck it and lay an egg. Gonna say fuck it, come down, bust an egg open. Okay, let's see how many I've got now. 15. I think it said I needed 20? Yeah, 20. Okay, so we got to look for a couple of more. Oh, don't worry, I'm riding my bike right now. I don't think I'm gonna lose it, I'll be fine. I do like the rock formations here. Oh, right, the audio glitch here. I forgot about that. I forgot about the sound. Some areas just making an audio happen at you. Whoop, whoop. No, no, no. Right, we haven't gotten to the area with the huge noise, so at least I'm not, like, getting jump scared. I'm just kind of like, hey, what the... Also, of, like, all places to just have a weird sound happen out of nowhere, I think a desert planet is pretty apt for that, quite frankly. I kinda want to climb up these, just for the hell of it. Let's change our outfit. We don't need the rubber suit on in this area. We don't need that. Let's keep the Ibexi mask. Go back to the glider top and the Or was it just the Ibexy trousers? I think. Glider trousers, there we go. Yeah. I mentioned it on Twitter earlier today, that I was thinking of maybe trying to do, every now and then just doing streams where I don't have my mic on. Because, you know, there's some hours of the day where I can't really be as talky or as loud just because, like, other folks in the house are trying to work. Like, my dad is still, like, work from home right now. Or, like, folks are trying to sleep, or maybe just, like, I don't feel like I have much to say, or, like, maybe just my voice hurts, but I still want to do something. And so I thought it might be fun to do, streams like that every now and then. As like bonus things, not in terms of like replacing any normal streams I do. I thought it'd be cool. I was playing a game this morning. This is kind of an idea that I've been floating around the back of my head for a little bit, but I was playing a game this morning, Dorfromantik, which is a game that I've heard of and been wanting to try out for a little bit. And it's like a little puzzle game where you've got little bits that you're trying to fill in to fill out like a grid and like get points based off of that. And it's like a little Zen, almost like a city builder or environment builder, like hexagonal puzzle thing. I think it's cool. I like it. And so I was talking about that in just like a group chat I'm in. And mentioned, like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get, like, back into doing streams more regularly again. And I told myself, yeah, I'd be pushing for that this week, even if, like, I'm a little bit busy. But also, fuck, man, I'm just sitting down and just playing this game, and, like, I kind of want to just do this, even if I don't think I'd have, like, anything interesting to say, or if it'd be, like, a super interesting thing to watch, and then I had someone just be like, you know, hell, this sounds like a fun time, I'd love watching that, even if you were just, like, you know, quiet. Even if it was just like a silent, you know, like, relaxo kind of stream. And I was kind of thinking, like, you know, maybe, yeah. And so I thought it might be fun to try that sometime soon. I might... And don't quote me on this, because the whole point of streams like this is that I would just kind of do them whenever. But I might try that on Thursday for a little bit. Didn't realize everyone sees the notif for when someone chats for the first time. They used to not be able to. Was everyone seeing that now? That used to be like a moderator-only thing. People seeing that now? Man, this is a gorgeous view, though. I was expecting there to be a chum egg up here, but I'll be honest. Just being able to look around like this, I think that's a pretty good reward. Just IMO. So yeah, I might do like a little bit of like something like Dorfromantik sometime this week in like the afternoon my time, which would be much earlier than normal. Oh, okay, can't grab onto that. Noted, no problem. I getcha. Where's me bike? And I'll probably, like, still do streams of, like, even if I do a stream of, like, a certain game where it's just like, oh yeah, mic's off for this, that doesn't necessarily, like, preclude me from ever doing, like, talkie streams with that kind of game. Like, For a while I did a bunch of streams just like late at night, where it's just like I threw on a puzzle game and just kind of like played that for an hour or two. Like, that's fun. I still want to do stuff like that. There's no character creation in this game. You're playing as Sable. She is who you're playing. But you can like get like clothes and stuff that you can change and swap out. You can dress up however you like, depending on the clothes you get. Big walls over there. Yeah, you can also change the way your bike looks. I don't know, I'm so attached to the way this looks already. I'm so charmed by the way it already looks. Do not wants to change it at the moment. This is my friend Simoon, and if she's got like a new coat of paint that's really speaking to her, then we'll get it, but right now, I think we're happy with this. I don't think we've been... Yeah, this is the new part of the map now, right? Yeah, this is new to us. God, I love how just, like, washed out and bleached this area looks. This is like bone to me. That's like bone to me! Okay! I see! Calling my fucking bluff again, huh, video game? Is this literal bone dust? Could be, might be. Sand and sediment is made up of a lot of stuff. I wonder if I can ramp my fucking bike on the top of that. Hang on, sign? Signpost. North is the Petrified Forest, southeast is the Watch, south is Pyrousta's Ruin, and southwest is the center of Brunswick. Damn, they got Brunswick here? We talking newest Brunswick? Yeah, I always smile so happily when I see, a fictional setting that's like, oh, here's this giant skeleton of something, we just kind of built a place to stay, like, around it, or in it, or under it. Fun to me, fun to me. It's fun to me. It's so fun to me. Oh, Simoon really does not want to climb up these bones. That's okay, old girl, don't worry, but what if...
But what if I were to climb a different vertebra? Ho ho ho.
Love Owl House for that. Is that a thing they do in the Owl House? I've not actually seen any of that show. Heard a lot of good things about it, but, I ain't seen it. I just don't really watch a lot of, television, to be honest. Me, like, getting into, Star Trek and Columbo lately has been, like, the most television I've watched in fucking years. And that's shows from, like, the 60s and 70s. I'm just gonna climb this normal ways. Simoon is not... Simoon is really not wanting to get up this, and that's okay. I guess it helps that, like, generally... Oh, birds! Not always, but generally, a lot of, like, older shows are generally easier to find and track down and watch. As opposed to the fucking million shitty streaming services that, like, all network TV is, like, chopped into pieces and split up between nowadays. Oh, birds. Oh, I do love these birds. They have a really nice shape to them. Oh, I love you. Goodbye. Owl House and Amphibia have been really enjoyable lately, especially as they're both approaching their respective finales. Huh. Neat. Okay, there is the map area. Let's go put a pin on that. This is close enough. Birds! I love the little crest they have at the top of their head. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Did I find the cave? Nah, I just gave up. I reckon I might just, like, look up how to fucking get to it for next time. I got kind of fed up of not understanding where the entrance was meant to be. And I couldn't climb up the thing I wanted to climb up, so I just went, some other time. Okay. Alright. I dig what you're putting down here, Sable. I'm real into it. Planetary planking champion. You love to see it. Me and all of my friends, we're out here. We're on top of the skeleton. We're doing the chum pose. You can't stop us. How does it fucking feel, coward? Is this game just called Sable? Yes, that's what the little tag at the bottom of the stream says, and that's what the game is called. Can we start planking again? You want to flex your core strength. I mean, nothing's stopping you, my friend. You can just do that. Ain't no one nowhere ever said you had to stop. You can do anything you want, and getting in trouble is a fake idea. That's not necessarily actually true, but I'm pretty sure you can just plank if you want to. God, this is such a pretty view. Oh, I love these giant, like, banners? Maybe, like, tapestries? Just, like, hung up on the bones like this? That is so cool. That is so pretty. Let me call Simoon, and then maybe she'll park herself around here. This little bike looks kind of like a whale, and that's so cute. It's like trying to do the hoist yourself up animation, but it's like that's cute. That's funny. Machinists do not startle easily, but this one jumps at my greeting. They give a frantic wave. Machinist Kalan.
Glider, yes, good to see you. Meet you? We've never met, I don't think. So yes, good to meet you. I'm Kalen.
Kalen rocks back and forth, ball to heel. There's a speedy twitchingness to them, and their words emerge like a too-swift rush of wind, picking up little stones and twigs as it washes over the dunes.
How's your, life going?
Things are very exciting. Exciting! Good! It is very apparent that Kaylin barely registered my response.
I'd like you to do something. If you're free, or well, if you're not, whatever. I'd like you to do something for me. It'll be a little bit fun, I promise. And it'll earn you a machinist badge. Quick and to the point, see? I know you gliders like that. Speed and things like that. Anyhow.
I like them. They're fun. What do you want me to do?
Well, I want you to receive a machinist badge, and for that I'd like you to, well, report on something for me. I think of it like a mission. Isn't that fun, sort of?
I take a breath to speak, but Kaylin has no time for it.
You need to use your head for this one. I want you to go to the watch and take a reading of the sun. You'll find the equipment a bit, well, you know, outdated, underdesigned, cumbersome, archaic, perhaps? Whatever the word, it all still works, and that's what's important. Take the reading, and if you do it right, the face door in the central chamber should open. Once you've seen what's inside, come back here, tell me all about it. Good?
I open my mouth for whatever is the shortest period one can open one mouth and get no room to speak.
Perfect, yes, thank you. And thank me, too, because you'll have more than earned the badge. Go on, see you soon. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Kaylin waves me off. I like them, they're fun. This one's got bug legs. Oh, this one's got legs. That's cute. Love the voice I'm doing for them. Oh, that's nice of you to say. Thank you. Hello. What have you got, Merchant Thiago? Tell me about this place.
Not many make it down to this part of the world. Most don't like the bones littered throughout the dunes. They say even the chalk deposits are ancient bones worn down by the sands.
Ah, there you go.
If you're so inclined, however, there is not a more arresting landscape in the midden. Goodbye!
Welcome to Chalk Dust Hell. I hope you like it here. Dr. Sura. Ooh, yeah, that is the Doctor Mask. We saw one like that in another city. I'm studying different flora and fauna across the Midden at the moment. We can treat a lot of things using old tech, but we need to be more and more careful how we use that stuff. It's not accessible to everyone out in the dunes, it's hard to move, and if you lose power... We're starting to make progress with more local, non-technological remedies, but there's still a lot out there to study. Interesting. It's you! My friend!
Well, look who's here! My favorite fellow glider!
This is the woman I was talking about earlier, who is, like, very much a middle-aged, huge lady, but is also, like, on maybe her own, like, second or third gliding sort of thing.
Funny enough, I was just thinking about you.
I was thinking about you, too!
Were you? Well, sounds like destiny to me. Or at least a bit of good fortune, which, frankly, is good enough.
Elizabeth chuckles, hands on hips. I ask her why she was thinking of me.
Because I was considering all the things I never got to see on my first gliding. I was in such a hurry to get to Ecria and become a guard that my gliding was more of a piercing. Straight shot to the big city. Before I knew it, I was years along my path and I'd never seen Hakoa. Never swam in underground lakes, never figured out what's inside a Nemur plant.
Chat sees a tall woman and fucking activates. I mean, listen. I get it. I'm gay. Would you like to? I ask if she'd like to get to the bottom of what's inside Nemur plants.
You know, I would. I'm sure I must have passed a few of them when I came through the Petrified Forest, but it was daylight then, and the sun makes them close right up. Of course, I might have just been in too much of a rush to really look. Old habits, eh? Anyhow, Don't think I'll be making my way back through there anytime soon, sadly, so if you happen to stumble upon one, maybe you could crack it open and let me know what you find. Something's gotta be making it glow, right?
Something about her drives me to action. And I promise too quickly to show her. I feel compelled to impress her just a little. Oh!
What? Oh, you don't need to do that. Oh, what am I saying? I'm retired, I'm gliding, and I want what I want. Open up into more plant and bring me whatever's inside. And here's hoping it isn't some awful poisoned slime.
I also hope that. I tell her that yes, I also hope I don't open the Nimor plant to a burst of caustic ooze. It would be a challenge, I add, to pilot Simoon with skeleton fingers, and not to mention having to bring her news of how it went. Elizabeth laughs.
Yes, that might be a bit of a letdown.
With my marching orders, I say goodbye to Elizabeth and go on my way.
Tough nut to crack.
Oh, I think it's cute that Sable's got like a little baby gay crush on the tall woman in her 40s and 50s or whatever. Who else we got here? A scrapper.
Scrapping ain't an easy mask to wear. It's bloody dangerous and dead lonely. I guess that's why we do it, eh? Either way, every glider should check out the old scrapyard up Burn Oak Way. He'll sort you out with some badges or cuts if you deliver any scraps you come across on your journey.
Oh yeah, I do have a ton of scraps I should probably turn in at some point. Oh, same dialogue, okay. Music here. I feel like I could say that about any part of this game where music starts playing, but god. This game is pretty to look at and to hear. Urgert.
My clan's always been in the Wash. We barely venture beyond its borders. They say the chalk mounds were once bones of dead creatures killed by the fall of the whale and left to erode over time. It's a bit creepy to think about that.
That's a cute animation.
But the thing that really gives me the spooks is that Petrified Forest. You can hardly see your hands in front of your face in there.
I like that, this world has, like, its own sort of mythology that's sort of cropped up over time based on, like, the history of, like, the crash landing that brought people here. Like, the ship being, like, found on the map and being called the Whale, and then people be referring to, like, oh yeah, the fall of the whale, when the giant whale plummeted from the heavens, and then, like, all of these, like, ancient leviathans were, like, brought low by its power, sort of thing. It's cool, it's fun, I love it. Oh my god, look at them just tapping their hands. This is Ofu, the innkeeper of the camp. What can I do for you? Oh, Glider, I've got a little job you can do for me. What's the job? I need some orange ringed beetles, 3 of them, and I figured there's none better to ask than a glider. Our love of tasks is greatly exaggerated, or that's true. Love how much respect there is for the technology in the game. It's understood as a found thing, as a gift, as a communion, as something to be kept, care, and repaired. Right, yeah, it makes sense, and it's like treated in like such an interesting way that you're like, oh, you know, like there's only so much they have that they had from like when they crashed, so it makes sense they would, like, you know, just inherently try and be careful with it and then be mindful of like other things they could do without needing it, so they could be more careful of it, and how that in some cases leads to like a form of reverence, and how that in some cases leads to like a form of practicality, and how in some ways those intersect and basically become the same thing. It's cool. I've talked about it like several times, but again, this game's world is like really, really interesting, and it feels it feels like a place instead of feeling like a video game, I suppose. Really, that's the only part I miss about my gliding. You get to help so many people and learn so many things. The rest of it's just sand in your bits. The gliding. Just sand in your bits. I ask where I might find the beetles. Well, there's a nest northeast of here that should have a few, but if you've never collected orange-ringed beetles before, I'll say this. They're skittish. Are these people humans? Yes. Like, actual honest-to-God humans from the planet Earth. You find, like, old wreckages of old ships that you can get, like, recordings of the incident from, and it's very much, like... I don't remember if it was, like, an exploratory or a scientific voyage, but, there was some sort of fluctuation of power from the surface, and it very much caused the ship to crash down. There's much more to it than that, and I haven't even gotten the whole picture of it yet, but it's interesting. It's also very blatantly like, yeah, these people were once from Earth, but their lives and their culture is now so far removed from all of that that it's basically not a blip on like anyone's radar. Like, some people might maybe be kind of aware of, like, oh, yeah, Earth, that thing, we've heard of it in our stories before, kind of thing. How long has it been? I don't think they specify an exact amount of time. Very long, though. Multiple, many, several generations. It's been quite some time. Second you approach the burrow to get away, you'll want to lure them over to somewhere undiggable. I tell her I'll do my best. Oh no, I just wanted to ask where Lahore is. I can't tell you where she is right now, but when I saw her, she was looking for the Sleeping Singers. They're a set of stone whales, can't miss them. Anything else I can help you with? Still on the beetle hunt? Say goodbye. Are there different variations of humans? I don't really know what you mean by that. There's variations of humans in the sense that our world that we live in right now has different sorts of people of all different, you know, cultures and colors of skin living in different places. Do you mean like, oh, is there like man and Superman with powers or anything like that? No, it's not that kind of game. It's not that kind of sci-fi. But there are big beetles. A lot of cool beetles. Yeah, the horns are, like, purely a decorative thing. Didn't delve into speculative evolution of humanity into different species, like how all sorts of animals evolve into different species. Nope. I mean, largely because, like, you know, part of the reason why, like, in a lot of ways, humans haven't really necessarily evolved in such leaps and bounds, and, like, I'm saying this knowing I could be completely wrong, given how my, my knowledge of biology is very limited, but, like, you know, part of the reason why there's not, like, oh yeah, and also now there's, like, variant human 34, like, nowadays or whatever, is just because, like, not just because, but at least in part, like, because we have a mastery of, like, tools and, like, medicines and things, so, like, we don't necessarily have to worry about, like, selective pressure causing certain traits in people to be more survivable and certain ones to make them die off more, because we can take care of each other a lot better. And, like, again, I'm saying this knowing that this might just be me talking out of my ass because I got an incomplete picture of it. But also, I feel like that's a pretty decent enough, like, explanation as to why they're not, like, you know, different humans in some sort of way. I mean, yeah, there's also time. That's also a factor. The atmosphere in the tent is intense. Uncomfortable. Oh, we can just claim a mask right now. Let's claim the machinist's mask. I don't think this locks... Does this lock us into an ending? Does anyone know? Does choosing one of these immediately lock you into an ending, or is it like, oh, you can make the mask and then later you decide? It does not. Okay. We might as well just cash them in then and get the masks. Let's claim the machinist's mask. I show my machinist badges to the mask caster. Okay, that was cool. Let's also claim the cartographer mask while we're here. God, that's such a striking moment. I love these, like, weird ritual mask-making machines that they've got. They are... God, they have such a cool design. I did not realize you were meant to reach right into its head like that. My God. I wonder if the implication is that it's got, like, masks in there that it just knows how to fabricate. Or if it's just, like, basing the designs off of the thing that you feed to it. Or if it's something else entirely. Man, it is cool, though. And, like, it feels so, like, tense. Like, so, like, pensive. Like you're hesitating. It is not to be taken lightly, deciding who and what you want to be, I reckon. But also, you know, it isn't the end. Oh, I just noticed there's things over here I could interact with. Oh, it's just a barrel. Never mind. You thought I was just a human guy? No. The things in, like, the mask tents, they're not human. I'm pretty sure they're machines. Like, they move and click around like machines. That is, I'm pretty sure, not a person. But I wouldn't say it's not alive. Given the way we talk to machines in this. I mean, it's certainly more in the sense that, like, it's how you physically get the mask. That's meaningful. That's huge. So, like, even if it is a machine, there's no way it's just a machine. Like, you saw, like, how heavy that cutscene was. How, like, reaching into there felt like you were being buffeted by a fucking wind just trying to get up to it. Magical to them at the very least? Sure, and, like, not even necessarily magical in the sense of, like, oh, we don't know what this is or how it works, but, like, in the sense of, like, we know what it's made of, we know what it does, but that still doesn't, like, get rid of, like, you know, the weight or significance of any of it. Magic in that sense, though at that point, I guess you could argue, is there a meaningful difference? What is it? Why is it? I don't know, I just really like the way this game, like, frames and thinks about technology. It's so fun. Where is me bike? Where'd she go? How did you get over there? Simoon? Simoon, girl? How did you get over there? Just gotta fast travel here, I guess. That'll get the bike back to me. Right? Yeah, now she's close. There we go. There you are. I missed you, you silly old thing. Where did you go? What did you see? Let's go to the balloon. Ooh, what's this bit over here, though? What's this bit over here, though? What is this bit over here, though? Is it a thing that you keep your bike forever, or is it a gliding thing? You keep the bike forever. The bike is yours. The bike is maybe not necessarily related to the gliding. The bike is just because, like, someone in your old camp was like, hey, I've got this for you. I think you're gonna like this. The thing that's exclusive to the gliding is, I forget what it's called, but it's the power what makes the bubble. That's only for people on the gliding. Let's see, what was that quest again? It was like... crack open an amour plant. They only open their bulbs at night. Okay, so... It's full of butterflies! They're full of butterflies! They're beautiful! That's amazing. Girl, you are not gonna fucking believe the types of bugs I have just seen. What did the achievement say? I missed it. Wait, there's a person here. Hang on. Hang the hell on. You're a person. Hello? Hunter Vera. Oh, Rohana's Mosque, this place. I hate this place. What's in this place? Just awful watching things in the mists. Nothing good, that's for sure. Someone told me about following the statues of the Huntress Afra, but I'm not falling for that. Why don't you leave? I don't leave because I hate it. I have to suffer. I have to overcome my fears. Don't judge me. Good luck with that. I'm gonna climb a big pillar over here instead. So I guess that's the Petrified Forest they were talking about. They were, very literal about having trouble seeing in front of you. Can't really see your own hands, huh? God, and like the fucking sound it plays when you get into the fog zone, too. couple updates for this game, but I don't know if this is anything they added update-wise. Like, this just seems to be a normal region of the map. Okay, I don't think I can necessarily just climb up their normal ways with the stamina I have right now. Not from here, at least. But... updates have just been patches? No, there was at least one, like, additional content thing. It was like a small thing for Halloween, but it was something. I think they've said they're working on more, though. Like, I noticed something on Steam when I was, launching the game that mentioned, like, oh, a peek at, like, what's next for this game, and it was like, oh? On God? Let's see if this is it. Thank you, Beef Tweezed.
Years, 2 of them.
Thank you for the 24-month resub. I really appreciate that. Thanks for sticking around for 2 years. Oh, is it just them teasing a photo mode? I see, I see. I didn't actually, like, read what it was. I just saw it and was like, oh, new? Oh, that's the statue. Okay, and then you can't really climb up this. Okay, but there is a statue. I see, I see. Very interesting. Oh, this is totally like a Breath of the Wild, Lost Woods Korok puzzle where it's like you gotta follow where the stuff is pointing. Thank you, Frostios, for the 2-year resub as well. My God.
Oh, we're talking 2 years. It's been a blast so far, Holly.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank y'all for sticking around for so long. Y'all that have been here, like, since the start, basically. I don't know, means a lot to be seeing names and faces that I recognize from, like, the early days, as it were. Hope y'all are doing well. We're okay. Thank you, Goobu, for the 25 months. My goodness.
2 years plus a month, Smile.
Smile. Yeah, well, I can do one more push-up than you, Smile. Oh, man, I just saw the cracks in those bricks there, and it looked kind of like a heart at first, and I was like, oh, did someone carve a heart there? Cute. It was not. But... I probably should be wrapping up soon, so I won't go for too much longer. At the very least, I want to get up here. Wish you could have been here at the start, but you're glad to be here now anyways. See, like, I like recognizing names that have been here for a while, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy that people are here at all, you know?
Not 2 years yet, but one day, hopefully.
It don't matter to me if someone is, you know, new, or if they've been around for a while. I think it's neat when people are. I'm having trouble wording the words that I want to say word-wise here, but the point is just, I don't know, I'm happy folks like the stuff we do here. I'm happy folks are sticking around. Thank y'all for being here, I reckon. Wonderful to see faces new and old. Thank you, Prototype, for the 5 gift subs. And I forgot to say anything about it, because I was just kind of waxing poetic, I guess. But thank you, Interrobang, for the 8-month resub. Very much appreciated. And hey, you know, it's all well and good that I'm putting on a show and all, but let's be honest, the show would not be what it was without the people, you know, tuning in and watching, so... Thank y'all so much for that. The streams would not be what they are without you all. Let's see. We can go up here. Nope. Oh, nope, there we go, there we go. Ooh, we very nearly slipped there, but we recovered. Whew, okay. Okay. We're good. Thank you, January, for that gift sub going out to Cyanidae. Awful generous of you. Very much appreciated. I'm sure they appreciate it too. What? What is this fucking music? Holy shit! Holy shit! This is great! Oh, I have got to scale this tower now. I was already planning on it, but I have got to. I have got to. Oh, this is a cool little lookout. Hey, little guy. Thank you, Mazardian Chaos, for the whole year of resubbing.
Holy shit, it's been a year. An entire year. Can't believe it. Also, I hope you're enjoying climbing and biking and such.
Oh, I really am. I gots to be honest. Thank you so much for the 12 months. It is very much appreciated. Oh, I got too far for the music to keep going. Time to get back. I want to keep hearing that beat. That funky beat. That was great. I need more of that in my life. There we go. I know I mentioned earlier how this game in a lot of ways is instilling the same sort of like sense of wonder that Breath of the Wild did when I was like first playing through that. This is genuinely reminding me of like the first time that I ever saw, or I guess more accurately, more aptly, the first time I ever heard Cass in the distance and was just like, what is that music? Is that accordion music? Where's that coming from? How do I get out here? Thank you, Chasmo503, for that brand new sub with Twitch Prime. Very much appreciated. And thank you, Pyragon. I apologize if I said that wrong. But thank you very much for the 5 gift subs. That is extremely generous of you. Very much appreciated. No do. Here. The shelf seems too steep. Too steep an incline. But there is, hang on. You see that, don't you? You see that? Over there? You see that little guy? You see that chum? You see that little worm? My friend. Oh, my friend. That's 58 in total. Nice. Okay, so how do I get up? How do I get up? I wanted to solve this puzzle before signing off for the night. Puzzle of climb. Love how excited everyone gets over little beasts. It's the perfect game for seeing a little guy and getting happy about it. It is the ultimate sorts of game for that, I reckon. And I can get here, and then what? There's no further ones after this, but I can't just seem to climb up there. It's too steep to grab onto. Hmm. Hang on, hang on. Oh, I thought I saw something in the bush. There's no grappling hook in this game. Would be fun, though. Would be fun, though. I do like a good grappling hook in a video game. Yeah, I'll be honest, I am kind of looking at this bit and thinking like, oh man, but if I did have Rivali's Gale, I could just pop it and go up. You cannot remember for the life of you how to get up there. Oh, it's just go by a different ledge. Okay. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. I just hadn't tried that yet! There we go. The puzzle was, just go to a different fucking ledge, you goon. Hello. My presence surprises the cartographer, which in turn surprises me. Cartographer Sifi. Whoa! Where'd you come from? You shouldn't sneak up on people like that. It's not worth explaining. I clearly came from below. Can I buy a map? Well, here's what I have. I will take a map of the wash, and I will take this. Glider. What can I find in this region? Ask what I can find in the region, and they seem thrilled to be discussing this with me. The Petrified Forest is wonderful! If you venture inside, you might see some of the giant geodesic stones. And who knows what fun creatures you might find lurking nearby. Then Marrowbone Station's tuckered safely beneath the bones of an ancient giant. An ancient giant? They say that last bit with some added flair. I appreciate their theatricality. Oh, and if you've never seen The Watch, well, let me just say there are few engineering feats quite as resonant. And finally, Pyrosta, the Great Worm. Most people will tell you it's just some ancient monument, some tribute to something. But I think it may have been alive once. Oh, I love them. They're great. Oh, they're wonderful. Okay, controls reconnected. What other regions are we near? If you're feeling adventurous, head west through the Badlands to the Black Sands of Hakoa. And to the north, you'll find Sandsea. Thank you. They're having so much fun up here. Good for them. Skull! A lot of birds having fun with my bones. Goodbye! Goodbye! Cannot climb up the slick metal here. I can certainly look in the ship. Oh! Some cuts for me! And a chum! Yes! 59. How many eggs do I have? I'm literally missing one more for the Chum Queen upgrade. Dang. Oh well, I'm sure we'll find another at some point. Oh, hang on. You were hiding. Thank you. I see those rings over there. That might be worth a very quick peek before we sign off. That may be worth a very quick look before we head out for the evening. Simoon, my friend, are you ready for a fucking race? We ride. Any others around here? Looks like they start here. Let's run them through. Let's do the ring around. Let's do this Superman 64 crazy maze. That's one. That's two. There's a third. Bit of a long distance between each one. There's a fourth. There's a whole ass temple there. There we go. Nice. Let's go see what's inside, and then we can, be content in exploring more mysteries, maybe next week. Oh man, this place looks pretty at night. Icaric ring artifact. A strange circular ring that I retrieved from a shrine buried under the sand. I can feel a light tug towards an unknown place when I hold it lightly in my hands, like a key that belongs somewhere. We've also got... Oh, we still have the suspects from that one quest in our quest inventory. That's funny. Various badges. I reckon that'll do us for tonight. I do have to head off and start getting going at some other work. But man, this was fun. I am very happy to be playing this game again. And I am going to make sure I play more next week, because my god, I want to play more again. Let us save our game. And, say goodbye to Sable for the evening. I will check really quickly to see if we've got any fan art tonight. It looks like we do in the server. Check to see if we've got any on Twitter as well. looks like it's just in the Discord then, so I'll do that real quick. There's also a couple from the past couple of days, which I reckon I might as well show off as well. So we got this one here, from Slightly Oddball. He says, was catching up on the Kirby streams, and this line in particular stuck out to me. Not sure I got the face expressions or colors quite right, but it's fine. Also, this is my first Holly fan art. I remember I saw this the day it was posted, and just, I looked at this fucking haggard, harrowed expression, and I laughed so hard, my chest hurt. Just, there is no one for Gumby. Fuck, this is so good, thank you. We've got this one here from Rainbow Vision who says, I'm like 90% sure Holly talked about King DDD using his hammer as a table, and I wanted to draw that. He would is the thing. He would absolutely do it as the thing. I'm right. I don't even necessarily remember saying that, but evidently I did, so I'm right. Hell yeah, love this. Thank you very much. We got this one here from Glitchy Guts, who says, looked up Sable for a reference and found out it is the name of a little creature. I believe it's also the name of a color, and I think it's also the French word for sand, or something similar. You're under 16, so you can't be there. I'm afraid to tell you that means you also can't be on the streams. So I'm unfortunately gonna have to ban you. I'm very sorry about that. So here is Holly Sable. Shaky lines due to me doing this with a trackpad. Animal. Very good little beast. Very cute. Thank you very much. Yeah, like, that's the rules. This is intended for mature audiences. I don't really feel comfortable folks under a specific age being here. I'm very sorry about that. I suppose once you're older, feel free to send like a ban appeal if that's even a thing that Twitch will continue to do. But you know, it's there for my comfort as well as the comfort of other folks here. So just I would appreciate folks being mindful of that, I suppose. That's the one type of banning I don't like to do. Any other one, it's like, get fucked, get out. When it's that, it's like, no, I'm sorry, this isn't for you. We got this one here from Mythical Matrix. He says, not related to today's stream, but I've been having fun rewatching the Bug Snacks VODs after finishing them a few days ago. So here's a little Grumpus, Holly, and a couple Bug Snacks. Oh, cute. Hell yeah, the little camera. I love the little fangs. That's cute. It's like a walrus almost. And it's my friend Queeble. Oh. Oh, it's my friend Queeble. Oh, I am very excited to be checking out the Bug Snacks update soon. Grumpuses have hair? Yeah, they're like Muppets. Muppets got hair. Very cute. And we got a hamburster. Hell yeah, you'll love to see it. These are wonderful. Thank you very much. And I will double check Twitter just in case. Yep, that looks like that's gonna be it for our fan art showcase tonight then. Thank you all very much for the wonderful pictures. Always does make me happy to see. I reckon I could have maybe faded out the music there, but, whatever, it don't matter. Because, that is gonna be it for our stream tonight. I am so excited to be diving back into Sable. I don't think we even necessarily have, like, a ton of the game left. But I am excited, to do some more exploring with y'all real soon. Thank y'all very much for the support tonight. Thank you for all the subs. all the tips, all the bits. Y'all were exceedingly generous tonight. My goodness, and I do very much appreciate it. I do. I feel like I worry sometimes that like words don't convey how thankful I am, but genuinely, thank you all so much for helping to keep the lights on and supporting what we do here. It means a whole lot, it does. Thank you as well for all the follows we had today. Thank you for all the new viewers that stopped on by. Thank you for the hosts and the raids that we had. Thank you again for all the wonderful fan art. Thank you to anyone who tossed the stream around. And thank you all very much for tuning in. You know, whether you were just here for a bit or you were here for the whole stream, whether you only hopped in at the start or you just made it here now at the end, whether you've been having a good time in the chat or you've just been lurking, keeping to yourself, having fun that way, whether you're catching this live or you're checking out the VOD, it's always wonderful to have you here. So thanks for taking time out of your busy day to spend it here with us. We are going to be raiding my friend Scorpy, who has got something of a little show planned for tonight. I hope you're all looking forward to it. Lord, I know I have. I will be live again tomorrow at around 6 Eastern because I'm busy this Friday. So we're going to be going back to Dark Souls 2 tomorrow for some more of the champ. Maybe I'll see you then? Or maybe I'll see you around some other time, but no matter what happens, before we head off, I'd just like to say, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you're taking care of yourself and taking care of the folks around you. And I hope to see you again soon.